Mic test, bald check, check. What is hypersanity? People keep asking, what does your framework assume? What are its presuppositions, its dogmas? But hypersanity doesn't deal in belief, it diagnoses belief. So today I'm going to show you the skeleton, what hypersanity assumes, where it comes from, and why I trust it more than any single ideology. And I'll prove it using Gnosticism, Hermetic ethics, Neoplatonic metaphysics, and the logic of stories. Assumption 1. Truth must be earned through suffering. The truth doesn't comfort, it ruptures. Gnostics knew this. Sophia's realization wasn't peaceful, it was horrifying. In Hermetic alchemy, awakening begins by burning down the false. In Neoplatonism, suffering begins the moment you exit the cave. You don't suffer while enslaved to an illusion. Well, sometimes you do, but you suffer when the illusion cracks. That's why so many people cling to hyposanity. Ignorance doesn't hurt until you lose it. Assumption 2. Gnosis is superior to belief. Gnosis is direct perception. Belief is outsourced thinking. Gnostics taught that salvation came from knowing, not from ritual. Hermeticism says, as within, so without. You have to see the pattern in narrative logic. The hero only escapes the loop when they stop believing what the system tells them and start seeing it for themselves. Belief is what keeps prisoners in the cave. Gnosis is what burns their eyes on the way out. Assumption 3. Ethics is a part of epistemology. If your theory ignores suffering, it's not a theory, it's violence. Gnostics called the demiurge evil because he demanded obedience while allowing suffering. Hermetics warn that the power without balance leads to corruption. Neoplatonism says the one radiates the good. Truth and goodness are one beam. So when people say I'm just being rational, I ask, rational for whom? If your logic helps the strong and silences the broken, it's not logic, it's camouflage. Assumption 4. All systems must be falsifiable, including this one. Gnosticism never claimed final answers, it demanded rebellion. Hermetics reshaped symbols, never froze them. Platonius even said that the one is beyond understanding. So if you can't question your framework, you don't have one, you have a cult. Assumption 5. Language can lie, experience cannot. The logos reflects but distorts. Your body doesn't. Pain is clean. That's why lived suffering is more trustworthy than intellectual posturing. That's why ignoring someone's embodiment is always one step toward error. Assumption 6. Ignoration is measurable harm. The greatest sin of hyposanity isn't ignorance, it's dismissal. Every time someone tells a disabled person, a poor person, or a witness to injustice that their suffering is just their perspective, they're not being neutral, they're enacting epistemic violence. The demiurge didn't need to kill Sophia, he just needed to silence her. That's ignoration. That's what hypersanity hunts for. Hyposanity versus hypersanity. Hyposanity, comfort first thinking, protects ideology, uses logic to erase, denies the invisible. Hypersanity, truth first, even if painful, dismantles all structures, uses contradictions to reveal, centers the marginalized. Hyposanity is what the cave calls normal. Hypersanity is what makes you turn around. This isn't a belief system, it's a test. You hold it up to any framework, religious, political, academic, and if that system can't survive the test, it was never built to hold truth. So no, hypersanity has no dogmas, it's just a recursive blade, and it cuts everything, including me. Next time I'll show you how utilitarianism collapses when you test it with the same structure.